If you look at a curriculum, that you will see that the first semester primarily consists of courses that provide you a lot of deep technical knowledge. Technical knowledge both from a data science perspective as well as from a computing perspective. All of these courses, while using business examples, are focused on building your ability to do machine learning and AI in particular. So if you think about our courses, essentially the idea is that at the beginning of the program, we want to make sure that you have enough sufficient knowledge to actually look at business problems that you will be solving in your practicum the following semester. So this builds your base. And let me talk to you a little bit about the different elements of our curriculum. So let me speak a little bit about the individual bootcamps. We have a math bootcamp, a tech bootcamp, and a business bootcamp. The math bootcamp, and once again, remember these are bootcamps, not places where you learn from the beginning math. This is not a place to learn math. It's not a place to learn programming, but it is simply directly to apply to give you a taste of what will come in the different courses. So the programming bootcamp will comprise of exposure and working with problems using R. Some of them will be using Python. And very importantly, you will also be exposed to SQL, which hopefully you've already come in with some exposure, because even today, no matter how much things have changed, SQL is an important part of managing and manipulating data. So SQL knowledge is absolutely critical in the industry. And let me tell you a little bit about the math bootcamp. So as you know, most of the machine learning and AI is built on math. A math that is a little bit different from traditional statistical math, a math that is much more algorithm driven. But all of these still require some base calculus, some basic understanding of probabilities, and some very fundamental understanding of linear and matrix algebra. So we've actually recommended a set of courses for you to get prepared on. But most of you, if you come from most of the traditional degrees, you would have had these courses. And therefore, this math bootcamp is also a refresher to get you up to speed so that you have the basic knowledge required as you move into the main courses. Our business bootcamp, in some ways, you can think of it as an MBA in 2 weeks. Essentially, we touch upon some of the key components of what you need to get a sense of from a business perspective. So we have particularly designed courses for you in economics, which is the fundamental discipline for all of business decision making. And then you have finance, and then you have marketing, and then finally you have operations and strategy. And operations, as you will see in the practicum, provides you fundamental tools to do what I will describe as an understanding of business data generating process. As I have mentioned earlier, in the pre-fall semester, during the summer, even if most of the machine learning algorithms and AI and so on, very algorithm driven, a fundamental understanding of statistics is absolutely critical for you to be a reasonable data scientist. And so one of the things that we do is that we have a basic statistics course that focuses on all the things that traditional statisticians do. Now, remember, empirical work within organization, where organizations have been using data to drive decision making, has been going on for a very long time. And they've all been using traditional statistics. And this statistics is absolutely critical for you to learn and be comfortable with, so that when time comes, you will be able to make a decision between what are called predictive models and explanatory models. Because your statistics will provide you with the ability to provide and come up with models where you will be able to explain to your manager why this makes sense. Some of the machine learning models, as we will talk about in the rest of the curriculum design, can be quite what I call black boxy, meaning that you really don't know what is going on inside, or rather, you know how to program them, but there are fundamentals within how the program executes and how it uses the training data that it might be hard to convey why this happened to a typical functional manager.